Hello everybody, how you doing today? It's Superfiend here, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster Whacky World. What did we do last episode? We built this island over here, which I think turned out really cool. Looks real nifty in here. Nice scenery piece for the people as they get off the ride. Helps to hide the Kraken over there that is attacking the people on the coaster, the attacking Kraken. Also provides some nice sight lines for the spectators and stuff that could be wandering around over here and what might become some sort of like little gift shop thing. I don't want to overdo this too much because as we add buildings and things in here, it's going to create a lot of noise and it'll add a lot of extra light in this area. And I kind of want to keep the theme of the blue lighting throughout the, I don't know, what would you call this? A cavern? It's awfully big. I guess maybe just a big cave. And this ride, actually, I was looking at it. It really does look cool from outside the park or from outside the ride. Like, look at this thing. If you were over here, and this stuff over here isn't even decorated, but if you were in this park and this was real, I mean, just look how cool this looks. You got these, I mean, this looks so immense, and the scale of this thing just seems enormous, right? It just seems enormous from over here. And as you cruise around the park and you look at it from different angles, it's like, wow, it's way over here, it's way up there, it's coming out of the lagoon, and then over here you got some really cool views of it. Let's just take a moment to admire these. Like right in here, maybe I'll move some of the trees around or something, but you got this nice sight line right in here to, you know, some of the stuff that's going on in there. And of course, you know, if people wanted to, if this was a real park, you know, this might be an area where you hang out right here and try to take a picture of your friend or family as they come around here. And, you know, in that same vein, it might actually be better to kind of twist the track so that it's facing out towards the people right here so that they can see them. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. If we look at it from over here, you got some cool points of view. And then from over here as well, you can... Now, from over here, it's a little crowded. We might open this up just a little bit more, but in doing so, it lets in more of the daylight. So you know, I'm kind of iffy about that. And from right down here, you know, this view that you get from here is just like, look how tall this feels. It just seems huge. So really happy with the aesthetic of this ride from outside the cave or cavern. And I'm very happy with the way it's looking inside. It goes everywhere, and you know, it just makes it kind of hard to see, like, okay, now it goes here, and then it goes over there. You know, people love to do that when they're looking at big rides. Like, where does it actually go? And without seeing the cars move on it, sometimes it's kind of hard to figure out. So anyways, all that aside, what we're going to do this episode, we're going to decorate the coaster station. And what I want to do is I kind of want this thing, I wish I could make it look like wood. And I think we can if we just build all the, use the wood wall pieces on the outside. We can't, I tried a couple episodes ago to turn the supports of the coaster station off, because what I'd really like is I'd like a bunch of wood supports down underneath it, but I don't know how to do that, and I don't think we can. So we're not going to be able to do that. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of build this as if it's a wood building on a stone or concrete foundation. I think makes the most sense. And so I think the natural plank would probably be, or the natural wood batten is actually not a bad choice for this too. Let's see, which one do we want? Which one do we want? These choices are always hard, right? And do we want it just lined up with it or on the outside? Just lined up or on the outside? It's really hard to say sometimes. It's hard to know exactly what you want. Or the natural wood plank. And looking at the difference between the two, I kind of think the natural wood plank says pirate a little bit louder to me than the wood batten. So let's go ahead and let's just drop some wall here. And then we'll duplicate it down. And now how close to the water level are we? We are just above the water. So that's about as low as we want to go with that. And we want to put a concrete foundation underneath it. So now when we rotate, we can put this over here. and there. And we can take these two off the ends, and we'll move them over here to this side. And it looks like we need 2 more. There we go. And if we take all of these, actually, if we just get all these ones. Come on, let me click through there. There we go. It's tricky. And 2 rotations. And there we go. We got this nice wood box. Wow, we made a box. And we want to put a foundation underneath it, some sort of concrete foundation. And so, you know, I don't think the limestone is appropriate for this. Doesn't limestone like break away in the water? The concrete could actually be good. This could be a good time to use the concrete, if I can spell it right. And let's see, what do we got here? And do we have concrete roofs, roof tiles? We do. So concrete's not a bad choice either. And you really can't see what it is. Like if this were a real park, I think concrete would be more real. Like if this were Magic Mountain, it'd be concrete. Okay, if it's Disney, it would be sandstone. So, and this area of the park is very heavily decorated. So I think we're going to go with the Disney philosophy here, and we're going to set that right there. And you can't really see them anyways. Whoops, I didn't want that one there. It's kind of hard to see what they're made of. So we're probably going to have to go and drop a light down here. Come on. Okay. No. Damn, why'd they go way up in the air? You shouldn't have done that. Okay. So there we go. Now we got kind of a proper foundation. And our track supports, or our path supports going through it. Don't like that. Okay, now let's go over to the walls. And let's... do we want it on the outside of the sandstone or just directly underneath it? I think... or the roof tiles, I should say. I think this is good. Oops. Looks like we could go down a little bit more. There we go. And we're going to get some extra tiles with this. We'll go ahead and we'll delete them after the fact. And it looks like the extra tiles ended up, come on, down here on the end. Okay. So now we can still kind of see what's going on because we have things selected, but as soon as we deselect everything, like you can't tell what the heck is going on down there anymore. And that's fine with me. Now let's see, like we could always put a little concrete column right here. And that would serve to make it look like the track support's going into it. And do we have that going on over here? A little bit. Now I think this kind of looks okay. Oh, this right here is, oh, let's see. Yes, okay, interesting, because this is a suspended track, so we don't have that little hole right here that we normally have to worry about. So, am I happy with the way that looks? Yeah, I guess it's okay. We don't want to mess with this because I guess the floor probably moves and things, because the floor typically moves on these types of coasters. Now, we also... I don't like these edges like that, so let's find some nice columns. And what would make a good column over here? The rough concrete? Probably not. Yeah, I don't like that. And the classic brick, I wish this was on the... I wish that there was a toggle like... Ooh, position. Ah, you can. Whoa. It's interesting. Let's reset the orientation and turn the angle snap on. Oh, come on. What is this nonsense? It's like you can snap it to the grid, but it doesn't line up with the grid. It's a little bit off, I think. I swear it's a little bit off. Look, it's crooked. What is the point of being able to snap it to the grid if it doesn't line up with the grid? Oh my gosh. Some of the building things in this game are... I mean, there's so much flexibility, but it's like sometimes such simple things are so hard to accomplish. All right, let's see. I don't like the modern wood column. How come there isn't like a natural wood column? I mean, we got these posts, right? I could do posts. Modern wood. We got a thick beam that we could do. You know, whoop-de-doo. Okay. So I guess the wood. We're not going to use the wood. I don't like any of the wood choices. I wish that we had a wood column that snaps to the grid that kind of resembled the natural wood plank texture, but we don't. Okay, now we could use the castle tower here. I mean, this isn't bad. I mean, I could live with this, although we should probably use the taller one, right? Or the sandstone curved column could work too, except these are a little bit bigger. It takes more of these, I think, to... Yeah, like, we'd have to do one there, and then one there, and one there. I mean, we'd have to use 3 pieces, so... We're just going to use these. We use these elsewhere in our architecture, and the guests are probably going to clip through this one a little bit. I suppose if we kept the path horizontal until this point and then dropped it down, we could alleviate that pain of the guests clipping through it, but I don't know if I want to mess with it that much. Okay, where'd they go? Okay, and do we want these to like go up even higher? I mean, maybe we do. Maybe we want them to kind of continue up off the above the coaster or above the station. Okay, and they go up above the track too, which I guess is kind of nice. Now, let's see. I'd like this to be up top. I'd like it to be mostly wood. And I think we need to add some wood planks and things around the edges here. But I'll do that kind of towards the end. Just a little something to kind of make this look less neat and like there's more supports going into it. And I don't know, maybe we should duplicate these and like, I don't know, put some right here. Maybe we have to fidget with this path a little bit. Where's the center of this building? Is it here or here? It's kind of like in between. Of course, it doesn't need to be exact. We could always do like one right there. And we could do another one right here. And it kind of grinds my gears a little bit that they're kind of leaning a little bit more towards the front of the coaster station. And they're not evenly distributed, but it's okay. I mean, we don't need to stress out about that too much. Okay. We need to build kind of a frame up top here. So where is our big wood beam, the 8-meter beam? Yes, we need one of these. Okay, this thing must still be snap, placement, position to existing scenery, and building snap points. Just seems kind of weird. It's going all over the place. Okay, so if we set this wood beam right here, and the colors in daylight, the color is like a little bit off, but in here you can't really notice. And now we'll just lift it up. Okay, and why is the wood beam like in the concrete or in the sandstone? I don't know, and I don't care. So that's about the middle. And we probably want to go just a little bit beyond. And then now we want to duplicate these guys on down. And I'm going to leave a little gap right here, because that kind of tells me I need to build a wood post there. Some sort of wood post there. And we're going to leave another little gap right here. And then we're going to take these 3 pieces. And we're going to duplicate them onto the other side. Actually, we're going to cancel that, because what we're going to do first is we're going to build the other things that go over here. And then we're going to duplicate it onto the other side. That makes more sense to me. Do we want an 8M or a 4M? I think 4M would be enough. Okay, there's right in between the two little, the 2 beams, and then we rotate it down. And then we lift it up, 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 and away, and it's awfully tall. But it could serve as a, we could do like this, right? And this is actually not bad. And I think I want to pull it out just a wee bit. And then we're going to use the... Is there a 4M? There is. And now we'll do a 4M. And that will go up just a little bit too tall. So it goes up a little bit higher than these ones going across that way. And let's see, we can cancel that. Now let's see what happens if we take, not this one, but just this one and bring it down. Okay, we want these, I think, to be a little bit more in. Oh, for Pete's sake, come on. What? There. I guess we can get rid of that one. And then if we do an X, and where's our 4M? And now lift. Now it's kind of aligned in the same position. It's a little too tall. Here's a checkbox. And now we'll duplicate this one, and we'll get another 4M beam. Oh, we get this little gap right here. Okay, so we'll maybe do something about that little gap. I'm not quite sure what. Now here's our other little hole. It's really hard for you guys to see it, but there's a little hole right there. Okay, so I guess we'll just duplicate. We'll duplicate the top one, and we'll drag it across until it spans across that hole. So if we come over here and we look, you can kind of barely see it. It's really dark right there. And then if we get the 8M and pull it down, although how far down? Like to right there, I guess. Okay. And then now if we take this 8M and drag it all the way down here. There we go. Kind of fills in some of that space. And let's see. Should we take this one and just duplicate it straight over here like this? Kind of fill in this space. You know what? It's not going to be perfect, but it is going to be good enough for me to be happy with it. So this is a 4M. So if we take another 4M and go across here like this, I don't want... I was thinking we could like kind of bring it down, but I don't like that. Maybe there's another scenery piece that we can put right here to kind of cover this up. So for right now, I'm going to ignore that little hole, or the other thing we could do is like if we slide this over. But I don't know if I like having 2 of them there like that. But I guess it's okay. All right, I guess it's all right. And let's see. I kind of think... Oh, come on. Why can't I get the axes lined up with the building grid? I got to do them one at a time. It's so obnoxious. Let's put another one right there. And let's put another one over here. So, when I selected all of these, how come all of these ones will go straight across? Like, it's lined up with the building grid. But these ones, it's like, no, I'm going to be crooked. Like, what is the difference between selecting these two going horizontal and getting perfectly lined up axes versus these two? No, piss off. I'm going to do this instead. Like, what the heck? Now, what happens if I select all of these like this? It's so bizarre. So bizarre. I've been playing this game for so long, and still the advanced move tool is like, drives me nuts sometimes. Okay. I'm sure there's a technical reason why it happens. It's just, it's annoying. And it shouldn't happen. Is the way I feel about it. Okay. So that kind of looks pretty good. We got some nice wood up top there. And we'll run some planks along the edges here so that, you know, people don't blunder off and fall into the water, because that would be a bad tripping hazard, especially this guy. Like, one wrong misstep and he's going to crack his neck open before he drowns. And let's see. What else we can do? Let's take all of this now. And no, let's not. Let's build the fence first. What am I thinking? We need... okay. Is it plank? Wood planks? And we got a 2 and a 4. So not really spectacular choices, but good enough, I suppose. So let's just wedge this like in there. Make it about that tall. And let's see, we want it about like waist-high. These planks are awfully big. Okay. So about this tall for this person. Okay. And we'll just drag these down. Let's see. And okay, right here we need a 2M, so we can push this in this way. We'll get it bumped right up against the gate there. And let's see, what else? What else do we need to do? Do we need some vertical ones? I think we kind of do. Let's duplicate this, make it a 2M, get the red arrow. Okay, where's the dot? The dot's right there. Okay, and then we'll push it in until it like disappears into the wall. And we can do that. And then we'll just move a couple of these down this way. I don't know, what about like 2 or 3? How many? How many do we want? And then these ones lined up perfect. Like, I don't get it why this game is like so obnoxious with the advanced moves sometimes. It does weird stuff. Okay, and then let's drag these 3 down. Okay, and now we need a little bit of variety. So we go through and we just spin them around, you know, a couple of them here and there. Help to break up the uniformity of the building. Okay. And again, remember, this is still the pirate town. So the construction can be a little crude, a little rough around the edges. Doesn't need to be perfect. Now we're going to turn the angle snap off. And we're going to go in and just vary a few of them up just slightly. Okay. And this helps to really break things up and make it, you know, make it look like pirates built this. You know, it was hastily constructed. OSHA was not involved. And let's see. But we're gonna leave at least one of them perfectly vertical, because even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. So, and then the next thing we want to do is we want to pick just a few of them. So let's go with middle end, boom. Okay, and let's just vary up the color just a little bit. And then middle and okay, and it's really hard to see any difference here, but that's okay. That's okay. And what else are we gonna do? Do we need any sort of cross beams going along the top? I don't know. I kind of tempted to say that we should have them, although I think oh, where are they? I think they're part of the western scenery. Let's do pirate and western, and they're the wood planks that are already prefabricated. There's like 3 of them that are, you know, kind of like this, and I guess they're in the building stuff. So let's clear the filters. And then let's get to, I'm pretty sure they're in the western. Looks like I'm wrong. Okay, let's see. I've done this before where I've been staring at them and they're right in front of me. Okay, no. Pirate. No. They're certainly not in this, right? Pretty sure they're not. Nope. Fairy tale? Are they fairy tale? No, they're not. Oh, good grief. Here we go. There we go. Where are they? And I don't know if they're I don't know what they are. I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure they're in the building pieces. Here they are. What is this? A wooden beam framework? So is that in decorations? Apparently not. It's not in the walls. I don't have any filters activated, right? No. Oh, wall pieces. Okay, let's see. Maybe they do show up under the walls. Okay, they show up under walls. Do they show up under wall decorations? Okay, they're wall decorations. I think I want this one. Okay, this one looks good to me. And what we're going to do is we're just going to position that up there and do X so that we can kind of push it in. And then we'll go down. And I don't know how big this thing is. I don't know if it's 4M or what. I'm inclined to think it is because most of the building pieces in the game are 4M. Okay, so we'll do that. And we'll bring another one through here. I don't want people to hit their head. And we're not going to bother changing the color on these ones because it's a one size fits all, so I kind of want them all to be the same color. And that kind of works because it says like, oh yeah, they were painted that way. And let's see, these 2 beams right here, I think maybe we want to move these over. Yeah, to like here and here. And then this one, we can move over a little bit more. And the reason we're doing that is because now, let's see, how far can we slide this guy over? The reason we're moving it over is because it looks like the wood is going straight into the concrete here, and I don't want that. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to sink another wood beam like this, and we're going to move it over onto this side too. Okay, and now the wood's not going directly into the concrete. It looks more like the wood is joined up with the wood. Although I don't know if it matters because we still got wood going straight into the concrete, right? But it could just be one beam that sits flush with the concrete, or with the pillar, I should say. And it's not really concrete, it's sandstone. And let's move this one over too. Okay. And I kind of, I like the way that looks. I'm digging it. And let's see. We're going to need some lanterns. We need some lights and stuff in here, right? We need some nice pirate lighting. I don't know exactly what lights I want to use yet, so I think I'm going to, I think I'll build onto the other side before I add lights. And we'll build onto the front. And let's see, what else? What else can we do along the wall here? I kind of think we should fill in some stuff over here. And so a good way to do it, we just take these and if we just move them down to about there. Okay. Although this time we'll just drag straight across. And do we want any more planks? Like, do we want any like angled beams going down? I don't know. I think that kind of gets to be too much. But what we can do, if they're in here and they're easy, we could grab a couple of these wood planks. People like to do this all the time. You just patch them up this way, right? So it kind of makes it look like there's been some kind of rough repairs on this thing. And we don't need to get every single one of them. And then just like before, we go through here and we pick a few of them. And we'll just pick one of these other colors. So we'll pick that color. And then we'll pick just a couple others. And I don't even know if I'm picking the same or different ones. But okay, just get a little bit of variety in there, right? And what else could we do down here? What else could we do? You know, I think it looks pretty good, right? I think it looks pretty good. And, you know, I don't know if we need to do anything else. So what we're going to do now, I think, and I don't know if it's going to work exactly the way I'm hoping, but let's get my favorite piece, the 1M piece. The 1M wooden post. We'll just drop it on the bottom there. Okay, and we're gonna select all that stuff. We're gonna duplicate it. We're gonna fly outside. As soon as I can get out here. Okay. Let's do it right here. And we're gonna spin it around. And now we're gonna remove all the walls, pretty much. So I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll find out in a moment. If it does work, it's going to be the fastest way to do this. That part I am certain of. So what we're doing is we're deleting all of the wall pieces and the pillars and the columns. And so what we kept is this this wood framework that we built out here. And now you can see more what it looks like in the light. And, I don't like these colors, but inside that cavern, who cares? Okay, so now if we take this whole thing and we move it again, and we fly in here, we might. Okay, I gotta find a good spot for the. Okay, here we go. So that, boom, and then we get rid of that little guy. And what'd we do? Okay, so we need to play flippy floppy with a couple things, but it pretty much landed where we needed it to land. Okay, so we kind of just very quickly repeated everything on the other side. So let's take this piece. Let's go to Let's go to world axes or relative axes, and we'll just move that one there, and we'll move this one here. Okay, and then we'll move. These ones can go underneath here, and this one can actually right there is just fine. And now we want to, okay, so what, well, let me click on it. What piece is this? And there's another one, right? These are both 4M. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take just one of them and slide it over to there. And do we delete that one? Yeah, I think we delete that one. And okay, get this one right there. And this one, we'll go over here. And this piece can kind of come in here like that. I think we can delete this. Slide this over to here. Move this one over just a little bit so that it's not blocking the gate. This piece we can slide into here like that. And do we have any room to move these two over a little bit? Yeah, see, look at that. Perfect. And then I want to take this. It needs to be over this way a little bit more. Kind of right up against it so that nobody can fall out. Okay. And we need another one of these. Right there. Like we did on the other side. And look at that. Very easy peasy. We got it kind of duplicated over here. So looks okay. I think this can go over a little bit more. A little bit more that way. This one too. And this one. And then finally this one. And this too. Yes. That is not bad. That's not bad. And actually, I realize now that I should not have deleted that whole thing out there. I should have just duplicated it because we're going to use some of those pieces over here now. All right, so let's just do it again. We'll duplicate. I'll fly out. And where is it? There it is. Okay. And this time, we need to put it on the ends. So just delete all this stuff again. Still got the little wooden piece, right? Yeah. And delete, 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 delete. And actually, as long as we're right outside here, where's our little 4M guys? Okay. We'll just carry that one across that way. Okay. All right, now we're going to take this. Camera's moving real slow. And we're going to duplicate it. And we're going to put it on the back of the coaster. Of the coaster station. All right, now let's see. It's kind of where it needs to go, kind of. Let's see. Do I like it there? Okay, I kind of like it there, and then we'll just duplicate, and then we'll swing around this side. And we'll do a double rotation. And we'll drop this one. Oh, we'll kind of drop it right there. We're gonna go in and make lots of changes. So let's start doing that real quick. And first thing we could do is if we fly in here, we can get rid of this wood beam. And if we go down, not going to show it to us. There it is. Get rid of that wood beam. And I think there's one in here too. No. Okay. So let's go over here. Get rid of that wood beam. And we get rid of that wood beam because they're inside the walls. We don't need wood beams inside the walls. Okay. And then there's some more over here, I believe. Okie dokie, good. Now, coming over this way. Just grab a few of these things. Come on, there's one right there. It won't let me get it. No. No, no. I want this thing right here. It's in the floor. Or in the walkway. Are you kidding me? This one. Come on. What the heck? And we'll put this one here. Okay. And then the rest of these that are kind of like floating off over there. Oh, and good. We got that one too. So let's see. You get rid of those. We can get rid of that. I think we can get rid of almost all that. And then now right here, we just want to open this up wide enough for the coaster train to get back in. So like we'll open it up to there. We'll get rid of that. And we'll get rid of that. And most assuredly, we'll move this one. Like over to there. That's probably good. And let's see, this thing. And if we move this one over, it'll touch up with this one. And actually, we can slide this one over, and we can replace it with a 4M, if I can find it. Thick wood beam 4M. Yeah, okay. So if we do a Control X and we get this one, can go to there, and then I think we can get rid of that big one. Yep. And let's see, I think we'll get rid of that, and so we'll just have it be really open over here. And we'll move these guys down. Okay. And we can get rid of that, this, and that one. So we'll duplicate this one down. And then this one, oh, that's a 4. Those are 2 4Ms, okay. So we can probably just bring this 8M down here like this. Right. And oh, I didn't duplicate it. I literally brought it down. Okay. Because I was like, what happened to the beam that was up here? Okay. So we'll do that. And then we get rid of all of these. Okay, and that takes care of the return into the coaster station. And let's take this one. Put it over there. Okay, and so now we got that one. Oh, there's another big beam sticking out here. So we'll lower this one down. Slide this one over. There we go. And this is just, again, my philosophy of taking, like, what have we already made and just, you know, just use it again. It just makes life easier, I think. And let's see. What else can we do? And I don't think we need to do any more on that side. And actually, you know, if we really wanted to, we probably could just select all the top stuff over there and just drag it straight down this way. So I think we'll do that. So let's get rid of all this. And I think we can get rid of all of these. No, what was that? That was over there. It's dark in here. I can't see. We'll get rid of those ones. And then we can get rid of this stuff on the outside. Alright. So that's all the stuff that was up top. And then we still got some stuff floating around outside the bottom here. And that took care of that. And that took care of that. So we need another couple beams going right here. Okay, so if we fly over here and we take this. Am I going to get a normal axis? I did. Yay. Okay, we just drag these over to here. And let's see. How far out should they go? These ones should be sunk into the wall just a little bit, right? So about like that. And then all of these ones, I think, need to come out a little bit further. Just a little bit further. They should cover up these ones like that. Okay. Good, good. Now we could take this and move it down to there. And are these... Okay, let's take this one and slide it this way. And then we'll duplicate this one and slide it down. And then join those up. Look at that! That was not so hard, was it? And we need a little bit more variation here, so let's... There! Look what we did! And it only took an hour, give or take. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think that looks pretty good. I'll probably put a little pillar or something outside here to cover up these hard edges because I don't really like the hard edges of the sandstone. I think it should be a little bit more curvy. But overall, not bad. It fills in this nice coaster. It fills in the coaster station nicely, and it helps to carry the pirate theme. Now, why is this building in here? I don't know. The pirates didn't build it. It's mostly for the theming of the theme park. But we'll get some nice torches, and we'll have to do something interesting with this path. I'm not quite sure what yet, but I don't know. I want to do something with this path and make it a little bit more interesting than what it is right now. And they get in and they walk up, and we're going to put a roof on this on the coaster station. We're going to put some sort of roof, and not that we really need it. It's just, you know, once they get in here, I don't want them to be able to see what's going on. You know, it's like if we can kind of make the coaster station a little bit big and it blocks the view. It makes it harder to tell what's going on while you're in line. Okay, so if you've never been on this before, it's like you can't really tell what the heck is going on. And then when you get off, you know, you get to see like this scenery piece. I don't think you could really see that scenery piece when you're on the ride. Maybe a little bit when you're up here. If you look over, you could kind of see it, but it's more decoration for anybody that might be over here and to help hide the Kraken. So. I think it's looking pretty good, and I also think that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Let's, there we go. Look at that. Look how cool that is. We'll see you next time, and have a good afternoon.